It's the Cable
Moxie Woxie. Hell yeah. Getting a little bit of eye strain. Holy shit, Mox and a Mox. This pack was nuts too. There's Broadside and Shielded in there. And Mana Vault. Jesus Christ. I'll draft an Atali. Dynamite. So the Chrome Mox here is mighty tempting. It's nice to stack up Moxen. We're going to take the Reanimate, though. We have black and red Moxen. Could fit the Reanimator colors very, very well, huh? If we had like a draw 7 or something instead of the Atali, I'd be on that Chrome Mox for sure. There's two cards here that I really enjoy, and they're Vampiric Tutor and Currency Converter in this shell. I'm going to take the Vamp, but like, Currency Converter always impresses me. Hello, Emperor. Take a nice little snip for the blue sky. Let folks know that I'm Cuban. The people must be informed. Yeah, one of the cool things about Blue Sky is that it's not owned by an insecure Nazi freak. So, when creators post links to their streams and such, they aren't like shadow banned. If you post a link in Twitter, into like outside Twitter, it like decreases the range or whatever artificially. Which kind of defeats a huge portion of the use for that's kind of a site, right? As a social media amalgamator and such. Let's grab this here, Necromancy. Anyway, long story short, I'm glad the Blue Sky exists. Kind of nice to post when I've got something sweet going on, let people know they can come watch me. A little bit more useful. Well, tempted by that Arena of Glory. Vacuum's a reanimation spell? Yeah, in a way, I suppose it is. I'll cut down for the sideboard, I guess. Where would Ghost Vacuum stand on the Reanimate alignment chart? That's a good question, huh? Probably down in the evil range somewhere, like neutral evil, maybe. Or lawful evil. You think there's a way on Blue Sky to make it so the profile shows that I'm live? Ooh, there probably is. Yeah, there's a bunch of, like, self-programming things you can do. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, I'm gonna need another snip here. So, in the typical Reanimator shell, like, you don't have a ton of use for colorless mana. However, the deck that we currently have here could very easily play Sneak Attack or Through the Breach. And we could very easily hardcast the Atali. And currently we don't have a use for blue mana, so I'm actually going to take Soul Ring over the Mox. If I was blue-red Reanimator, I would probably prefer the Mox. And if I was in pack 3 and my curve was more tight already, like we already knew that we weren't hardcasting our sneak targets, then I might prefer the Mox. But in this spot, I'm going to try the Soul Ring and hope for Sneak Attack. Some really juicy blue cards here, huh? Psychic Frog is so good in Reanimator. I'm going to take the Animate Dead. All my power for the night in one draft, yeah. Oh, that's true. I did pass a Mox to the person who passed me a Mox. That's funny. Does Crocus work with Sneak Attack? Sort of. I mean, you can sneak the creature in next turn. Usually if you've got something worth sneaking in, like, you don't really need to rebuy it and reuse it, but be kind of cute. Cute with Atali for sure. I'm going to grab Torsten. Torsten is really good for setting up the next reanimation or sneak or what have you. Little Inquisition action. There's a Seasoned Pyromancer and a Raucous Theater here, too. I think I actually want the Theater. The Pyromancer would be a nice discard outlet, especially we got Recurring Nightmare. Plays really well with that one. Give you some bodies to sank. Little Fire Covenant. Kill a thing or two. Sure. Raucous Theater's in 2 mana land. Yeah, I mean, combine it with the Vamp Tutor, huh? Comes up. Little Overlord action here. Do grab Luris because we're going to open up Black Lotus in pack 3. Is that the is that the reasoning here? So Goldspan Dragon lets me like cast the top end stuff, which is kind of exciting. Headliner is so good. Oh, shame to pass it there. We're gonna have FOMO here over Seal. Seal's good in Reanimator too, but we already have Vampiric Tutor, and I only want so many Tutor at the top of my library effects. They can be really awkward if you draw them in multiples. And FOMO still bins things. Still gonna be good. Where the first 2 packs went, you think Lotus is gone? So we were past a Mox, and that was the only spot where we are sure that somebody took another like power quality card over the other Mox, right? So that could have been any other Mox, or Ancestral, or Time Walk, or Lotus. So you're looking at like a 1 in 5, maybe even Mana Crypt. So saying that Black Lotus is likely gone, based on our info, is a little wrong, I think. Hey, the Pyromancer wield. Mathematically, you're less likely to see a card. But it has nothing to do about being past a Mox in one single pack, right? Either Lotus or Time Walk are gone. Either Lotus or Time Walk or Recall or like it's you're being way too narrow. Or any of the other Moxen. I'm gonna grab the One Ring here. We're definitely playing a deck that can power it off quickly, which is great. Library is also good in Reanimator. It's just like not as good as the One Ring, right? We got the Soul Ring here. Should be great. This was not a good pack for us. Like, really bad. I could see a world where I play that Clamp, I guess. The Freebooter would be a sideboard card. There's, like, no way I want the Song. Ugin's almost interesting with the Soul Ring. Pretty rough one. Thinking about the Rabble Master. At least it pairs well with, like, the Clamp and the fast mana. There's situations where Breach or Entomb has more value than Soul Ring or Power. Sure, but that's not pack 1, pick 1. Which is when we were past a Mox. Hey. Looking at Oliphant, Grave Titan, Palantir, and Relic of Sauron. One cool thing about Oliphant is it just like gives us a thing in the bin for Reanimate and Animate Dead and Necromancy and the Emperor Bones. While also fixing. I do like Palantir in this deck. And also takes advantage of that fast mana. And then Grave Titan and Relic would both be great. It's weird that like if I had one, I'd want the other one more. I guess I'm just sideboarding this. So there is a Through the Breach here. The cards that we have to Through the Breach in are not that exciting. I almost just want to grab the Grim Monolith. Just cast the shit, Like, Through the Breach gets me out of Tali, but I think you can just cast it. There's a thing. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Biggie Smalls, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 10 months. Yeah, so the Vamp's a sideboard card. We'll bring it in versus opposing walkers, I guess. You can just pop them. Yeah, we didn't get any premium reanimation targets, but we have a lot of fast mana and we have some sick draw engines, so I think we'll get some wins here. I think I'm cutting Toxic. Hey, Grave Titan Wheel. There's also this Harvester that I didn't really pay attention to the first time. We got like low on discard outlets. With the draw pieces here, I think we can treat Sol Ring as a land. Which means I just need one more Cutaroo scheme. You think there's another Reanimator player? There could be. We didn't see Entomb and such, but we saw like a lot of nice quality reanimation effects in pack 1. Also, I don't think like the Entomb is the only black card in a pack or whatever is a very big signal. Like we also saw the Shallow Grave back late, right? Or the Exhume, rather. Thinking about this Phoenix. I like the Palantir's like filling up the bin for it. You like Triplicate Titan? I don't. I think it's worse than all my other reanimation targets. And right now we did a cut, not an add. Harvester could be a sideboard card. It's nice to have something that self-bins, though, especially in a deck that doesn't have that many ways of looting. It could be the Phoenix, the last add here. It just plays nice with a lot of our reanimation targets. Like, reanimate Torsten, it finds the Phoenix. Phoenix jumps the Torsten. You have an actual clock. What are we clamping? Rattle Master and stuff. There's creatures here. So this is 9 red, 8 black. I guess that's fine. I'll get another land. One more swamp. And that is a big difference. Means I've lost like 4 or 5 inches off my midsection this year. Yeah, recall it up. Added 10 years to my lifespan. Yeah, that's my concern too. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Zidane, thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing that prime. The years at the end suck. The end of the long lifespan. The people that are living them don't necessarily seem to think so. They seem to be enjoying themselves. Finding meaning and all that. Also, I think if you, like, treat your body like dog shit, you don't erase those years. You just, like, move them up. You just, like, race to them. The years where you're bedridden and don't get to do much. Alright, we just need a Goldspan Dragon, huh? Priorities change as you age? Yeah. Yeah, the older I get, like, the more my perception on aging changes. Oh, yeah, please. In my late 30s, I'm, like, in better health than I was in my early 30s. In late 20s. Sure. Spellseeker making sense in that recall deck. Channel. Well, I've got nothing. What are you channeling out? Feels like in this matchup, I'd rather have a Mesa discard than a Mesa removal. Hell yeah, Veil. Cooking on the regular is real rewarding. Yeah, you got it. So that card's indestructible, which makes this Dam and Fire Covenant kind of bad. Well, they have a time walk. All right, you win. Try that out. Or, yeah, bring the Phoenix back in. Ancestral and Walk, right? What kind of lucky SOB opens multiple pieces of power? For sure, Vale, for sure. Yeah, I've been there. I'm actually not thrilled about my current kitchen. It's like the one thing that I don't really like about my house. And I'm thinking about taking out a loan to get the kitchen redone. Nice. Nice fail. Yeah, my big issue with the kitchen that I currently have is that it was like very intentionally designed for exactly one person to be in there ever. And I like cooking with people. It's like fun. Hey, Van Wedge, things about 34 months there. What's everyone's favorite fruit is the question. I think mine's the strawberry. When I was a kid, we would go berry picking all the time. And I wasn't fond of blueberry picking, partially because I was kind of medium on blueberries. And partially because you're like out in the heat and I don't know, it's kind of a pain in the dick. But I always liked strawberry picking because I fucking love strawberries and you could like eat as much as you want while you're going down the rows. And the sun like warms them up, you know, and it's just like this hot, juicy, God, it's so good. Anyway, there was a time when I didn't go out picking, and my mom just brought home 2 flats of strawberries, which is like 6 pints each or something like that. And I fucking ate all of them. Not both flats, just the top flat. It just like disappeared. And she came home and she was like very confused because there was just like an entire flat of strawberries missing and that she had just gone out picking. She wasn't even mad. She was like that's fucking impressive. Hey, Cube is better. Things about 35 months. The 35th anniversary is the choral anniversary. Okay, happy anniversary, Cube. Some of your favorite memories are wild blackberry picking in the summer with your dad? Hell yeah. When I was a little kid, we had a combination blackberry and raspberry patch. Just a bunch of plants like mixed together, right? But when I was like 3 years old, I was small enough that I could climb between the brambles and then just like chill in there in the center and like eat all the berries that people on the outside couldn't see because there's leaves covering them and stuff. And the light from the sun would come down between the leaves and like there'd be like patterns dancing on the ground beneath the berry patch. Really good childhood memory. We ate a ton of mulberries down in Iowa at the disc golf course last week. So good. Nice. Yeah, our mulberry tree is producing. I haven't picked any of them. We've got a shitload of mulberry trees, though. I want to, I don't know, make mulberry wine or mulberry vodka or something. I think it'd be fun and relatively low effort. You think the best fruit that exists is a perfect peach? Oh, yeah. I could eat a peach for hours. This could have been the person we were passing to. We passed them a Mock Sapphire. We passed somebody a Mock Sapphire. Hmm. You think mangoes clear peaches in every aspect except ease of consumption? Yeah, that's the really only knock against mangoes, The they certainly store way better than peaches. Brew's less easy. Are you crazy, or do mangoes taste like pine? Yeah, you're crazy. That's some absurd shit to say. I feel like we're at the Emperor of Bones stage of the game, but I really just want to slam a Tolly because that's so fun. All right. All right, we can just keep both. Have that option next turn. Unripe mangoes do have pine notes. Interesting. I wonder if I've just never had an unripe mango. Slow Casey's with me on a sun-soaked strawberry. So the concern here with that Twister is that they might have redrawn the Time Walk, which I'm sure is what they're hoping for. A lot we could do here. So Hardcast Harvester of Misery, which just put Seasoned Pyromancer in the bin. Not enough for Phoenix. Pitching the Harvester means you'd only need one more for the Phoenix. Not quite there either. You could start clamping. Just hope you get somewhere. You could just slam a Tolly here. Yeah, there's probably like a bunch of smarter plays, but I'm just going to do this. We'll see what happens. Raphellos and Toxic Deluge. Hey, Kevin, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 59 months. I don't think I'm going to Toxic here. Oh, I should have. I should have played it for 0 just to get a sorcery in the bin for Fear. Oh, I could have Harvested a 2/2 before blockers because the Goldspan Dragon attacks. That would have been decent. Hey, congrats, Daiko. Mystical for Time Walk, I assume. And then something to draw into the walk. Upheaval would be neat. I don't think Upheaval would hurt me very much. My double Mox Soul Ring board. Opponent needs to chain something together with Time Walk. I don't think a single Time Walk's going to catch him up enough. Okay, well. Jace was kind of a concern. I guess I'm regretting clamping, Could have had the Harvester man up for Jace there. So that's going to get a flashback the time walk now. Which I think will also be okay. What they really want is like Eternal Witness or Tamiyo to rebuy the walk. Hull Breacher, terrifying, sure. Oh, I don't think they want a flashback time walk. I think they want a flashback Twister, huh? And once again, I'm getting burned for not having Harvester mana up. Okay. Breaks the clamp too. Fun draft for them for sure. Yeah. I mean, my board has double Mox Soul Ring. Opponent's getting to have a little too much fun this game for sure. Those cool things we could have hit with an Atali, sure. I could have also just not cast the Atali and killed them, as chat pointed out. But I also felt like doing math was kind of against the nature of the drink and draft stream. Barring a brain freeze, how are they winning? I think if you cast Time Walk like 3 more times, you kind of get to win, regardless of what my board looks like. They have enough mana that they can start like casting Eldrazi and stuff too, and like, yeah, building that board up. A lot of my fail safes kind of don't do anything with that Hull Breacher in play, the Palantir and the Clamp and whatever. So if they get a head on board, I kind of just lose at this point. Opponent's getting a lot of nice tokens here. Yeah, looking like they got the, looking like they just got it, huh? Because they'll get another Oko activation, and that can make the Goldspan into a 3/3. And I think they're going to have enough to block a Tali already. So I might need to rip. I might need to rip Bird or something. You love games like this? I think they're a little bit more fun to play from the opponent's side. This is not particularly interesting to me. I'm wishing that I had just killed them so that I wouldn't be sitting here twiddling my thumbs. Eternal Witness for Time Walk. Yeah, I think that's just good, right? Well, they only have 5 cards left. I'm at 20. 2 blockers. May as well make them show me what they got. I think we have all of that, though. I think that's all known information. The extra turn, they like play out Eldrazi, right? Jace flashes back Time Walk. I think the Oko should have made the Atali a 3/3 that turn, though. And then the Chariot could have gotten in. Yeah, Jace flashback Time Walk. Oko turned my Atali into a 3/3. Crew Chariot, serve all, untap, serve all again, easy. I think they're like trying to figure out how to play an Eldrazi this turn and play the Time Walk, and they don't need to. They just like already have it. But now we get to see them muddle it out. You going through fellows for a treasure? Well, the nice thing about making the Atali a 3/3 is then the Chariot gets to serve. But I guess it doesn't really matter. You can lose a 3/3 on attacking here. Yeah, I think in this instance, the might as well see what they got is literally just the cards that are already in play being played slowly and painfully. I think is what we have here. So I kind of wish I had conceded 2 minutes ago when I was musing about it out loud. This has not been interesting to me, just like the previous 5 minutes of the turn or whatever it was. Psychological damage. Well, that's the real kind of damage. The attacking kind. They might time out with 4 minutes on the clock, and they need to attack like one more time. Am I allowed to concede now? We've seen all they have. Woo! Yeah, I should have just like not even paid attention to chat. I should have just played my own game there, which was conceding when I wanted to. Because that was like the least interesting shit of all time. Slowly tap mana, untap, figure out that they should just flashback time walk and win. 3 minutes later, I've just attacked twice. How can they win? Fucking playing time walk a few times and attacking, it's not hard. It's like the easiest shit. Oh, man. What are they going to do from here? Well, I'll probably play that time walk card again. My God, they figured it out. What a line, what a show. 10 minutes of playing 3 time walks. I don't think killing the Springheart does much. They already played all their lands. So might as well try and dig up something worth necromancying. Clamping was not the choice. Well, playing the Atali was not the choice. You just maximize damage there. Game's over. Get to go on to game 3. But once you've already like made that decision, you're still like playing your own game. You shouldn't be like listening to Twitch chat when they're like, "Oh, you might as well not concede." Like, I'm the one playing the games, right? I should make my own decision there. I'd like recognize that the game was super over and it was no longer interesting to me. That's the part that I'm mad about. Was the part, because that's like a lesson that I like just have to relearn every once in a while. That I'm here playing my own game. When someone telling me to like concede or not concede or what have you is like part of that. Which is one of the reasons that it tilts me. One of the reasons it's been one of my pet peeves for a very long time. Because it's part of playing the game. It's part of being your own, having your own agency and all that. Was just guaranteed to get under my own gullet. Ooh. We have an answer to their wondering. That could be useful. A coworker of yours was telling you they got to see Trampled by Turtles at Red Rocks. Yeah, I've never been to Red Rocks. It looks like a fucking baller of a venue, huh? I am going to get to see Trampled by Turtles for the second time this year, though. I'm very excited about that. One of my absolute favorite bands to see live. Yeah, they're opening for Nate Ratcliffe here in Madison. It's a little weird. I'm thinking about tutoring up Arena. Yeah, so it would have hasty FOMO, and then we would have fired off the Goldspan Dragon. And assuming they don't have removal and stuff, the FOMO lets the Harvester attack for 10, and that's another 8. Not the worst. I'm gonna run the no changes here. Oh, love that, Chuckles. Yeah, I got to see a few like legitimately good bands like come through our high school. One was the Carolina Chocolate Drops, who I play on stream. There's a couple of their tracks on this playlist actually. Huh. And then there was a brass band. I'm spacing on the name of, but I have them on the funk playlist. It's gonna bother me until I find the name of the band. Youngblood Brass Band came through, and they were also like very good. And it was really fun seeing the other kids in middle school who had like not been exposed to a lot of live music, like have their eyes open to it and be like, this shit is awesome, you know? Very fun. So the opponent's exploration is kind of on the floor of exploration here, and just putting a single land into play and then doing nothing. I think people that overvalue exploration have just like not played enough of these games, where it just doesn't do the thing. There's the chance of that with Fast Bond as well, but Fast Bond also has a way higher ceiling than exploration, right? So you're taking that risk, but then you also have the payoff. The payoff is way higher. You can even like combo off and go infinite with Fast Bond. It could be like a legit win con. You don't get it with exploration. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Really unsure if I'm supposed to Dragon or Grave Titan there. It would have helped if we could Dragon into something else this turn. And last time I saw him this year, I was not a big fan of the band they were touring with. Whereas the Night Sweats seemed like a really fun time. Actually, let's listen to some Night Sweats right now. It's a fun show for you. Trampled by Turtles, I got really emotional the first time I saw them. Their violin player is a real virtuoso. And the rest of the band is impressive for keeping up with them. Their mandolin player, too, just really exceptional. Night Sweats do a great set. Nice. So I think we just tutor for a Grave Titan, huh? Just cast a damn Grave Titan next turn. Yeah, keep those saves. Change my mind about what I want to grab here. Just one of those spots where Vampire Tutor is so much fucking better than Imperial Seal. You look at them and you're like, what could the difference of instant speed versus sorcery matter? How much is that gonna matter? And then you play with it and you're like, oh no, Vamp Tutor is much, much better. It super matters with that effect. The upkeep vamp, the UT vamp after it, like what they played changes your line. So we got some shit in the sideboard, huh? We got like a toxic. We have these burn spells. I don't know if I want those. Maybe they're better than like Damn or whatever. I don't know. Maybe like making the deck worse. Jesus. The top comment on this track on YouTube is I'm 102 years old and this song helped me through 5 divorces, 3 heart attacks, and a real bad case of hemorrhoids. I danced to this at 4 of my weddings and after 1 of my divorces. You know, something tells me that might not be accurate. 5 divorces? The song's not that old. Yeah, creative writing exercise. Alright. Well, I'm gonna fuck your elf. How about that? You're jealous that I fucked an elf? Oh, you shouldn't be. There's a lot of those around. Santa's usually got like 3 or 4 at the mall every year. Well, I finished my rum, which I guess means I'm digging into the Tito's. Do I enjoy Tito's? And perfectly serviceable vodka. Tito's is one of the best low-cost vodkas. I'd agree with that. They're solid. I think I like Reka like a little bit more, but Tito's is everywhere, and Rego's only in a few of the grocery stores here. But they're very close. And they're both great, so. I'm gonna have to reanimate that harvester again, huh? Why would I drink vodka when I could be drinking gin? I mean, I like both of those. Folks are allowed to enjoy multiple things. Variety, spice of life, etc. Yeah, very tempting to just drag in, but we're gonna Emperor Bones. We won't get a FOMO because we're removing our creature from the graveyard. But that's okay. Well, maybe we will get a FOMO trigger. I was doing the math there, and I was like, that's actually a shitload of damage, huh? Fatali just attacks them twice. Guess not quite large enough to attack them here. Shit, I meant to play Clamp first. I was all like confused. Wait, it's not gonna die at end of turn, it's gonna exile. Alright, I'm just gonna pass. Wow, they snap milled from 8 life against a reanimator opponent. Okay. You think I said I ran out of gin? I ran out of gin a few nights ago. Today I ran out of rum. So I've got whiskey and vodka. Yeah, I feel like they can't really do much here. Oh shit, what up? I am Trombone. Thanks to the sub. Thanks to 71 months. At the start of that attack, I thought it was going to be reanimating the Fear of Missing Out. And I was like, well, this is probably better. Yeah, that deck was fucking dumb. The old Soul Ring double mox nonsense. Huh. Well, this start looks familiar. 1 mox, please. We laddywhacking? Oh, you better believe we're laddywhacking.